party's over, they drink a little bit, and nighttime comes, and he goes in to have relations with his wife. Wakes up the next morning. I told you on Monday, you know, sometimes you'll wake up and be sadly disappointed. He woke up the next morning, he wasn't laying with Rachel, he was laying with Leah. See that? He goes to his father-in-law and says, man, what is this? I worked for 7 years for Rachel. I'm sleeping with Leah. He says, now wait a minute, it's not our custom to give away the younger girl first. We need to give away the oldest first. What? That wasn't our deal. Right. You follow me? Right. You know, I was looking for Rachel. You gave me Leah. I'm gonna tell you something about that. Look at the dynamics. One, he's now married to a woman that he does not want. Right. Yeah. You follow me? That's problem number one. The other dynamic is now she's married to a man who's not in love with her, but in love with another woman. Yeah. And to make matters worse, the other woman is her sister. Right. She grew up having to compete with her sister anyhow. Right. Now, her dad doesn't even think much of her, that he has to trick a man to marry her. Can you imagine what that does to her? You follow me? I'm going to show you what she does, because she has an esteem problem. She grows up in a house where she's already looked down upon for not being beautiful. Now she has a father who thinks she can't get a man, so he has to trick a man to marry her. Then the man she's married to is in love with her sister. You follow me? And he told her, you know, I didn't want you. I wanted your sister. He says, here's the deal. Stay with Leah. And I'm going to give you Zilpah. Zilpah's the handmaid. So he got Leah and he got Zilpah. So now he went from being single to having 2 wives. You follow me? He said, but I want Rachel. He says, I tell you what, if you stay with Leah, complete the week with her, and I'll give you Rachel, but you got to give me service for another 7 years. Follow me? Now, here's what I want you to hear though. Even though he worked another 7 years for Rachel, he got Rachel the next week. He didn't have to wait another 7 years. Don't read that in the text. It says, complete the week with this one, and I will give you Rachel. But the service you have to give me is another 7 years. The next verse says, he completed the week with Rachel, with Leah, and got Rachel. But he had to work that off for 7 years. You follow me? Right. So he got her a week later. Not only did he get Rachel, he got Bilhah, that's her name. So this man went from being single to having 2 wives, and then a week later having 4 wives. Let me tell you something. 1 wife. And you go from single to 4 wives. You follow me? Jacob says, you tricked me. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? It's interesting that the deceiver has now been deceived himself. Now watch this. Laban tricked Jacob. Laban is the brother of Rebekah. Rebekah taught Jacob how to trick his father. Rebekah grew up in a house of dishonesty. You follow what I'm saying? Her and her brother, you see the dynamics? She leaves the house, she teaches her children how to deceive. Her son goes to her brother, and her brother deceives his nephew. You see that dysfunction? You follow me? And now, since Leah's in a relationship that she knows the man does not want to be there, here's what she does. She starts having children, trying to get him to love her. Ladies, let me tell you something.
All right.
When you try to have a child to make somebody love you, you don't have a husband.
Amen.
You have a hostage.
Amen.
That's true.
Amen.
Can't make somebody love you.
That's right. Amen.
So much so she started having children. So Leah, she has Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah. And every time she had them, she named them, the names mean something. Reuben is, now he will love me. That's what it means. Reuben means he will love me. She's trying to have children to make this man love her because she knows he does not want to be there. She's sharing him with her sister. Y'all follow me? Then she has Simeon. Simeon is, again, he will love me. You follow me? Levi, Judah. When she has Judah, Judah is the fourth born. Judah means the Lord has heard and he will love me. Talking about this man. Then she stops bearing children. So Rachel says, my womb is closed. Isn't that interesting? Watch this. Sarah's womb was closed, generation 1. Follow me? Now we got a descendant. In fact, Rebecca had problems having children too. You follow me? Sarah, Rebecca, and now Rachel. All 3 generations, all women had their wombs closed. You remind me to talk about the significance of the wombs being closed. Okay? Because I may forget.
Okay.
Sarah's womb was closed. God opened it. Rebecca had problems. God opened it. Rachel is having problems. She doesn't have children. So she takes her handmaid, Bilhah, and says, I would like children as well. And so she gives Bilhah to Jacob. And Bilhah goes into Jacob. And Bilhah then has Dan and Naphtali. Leah says, well, my handmaid can have children just like your handmaid. So then Zilpah goes into Jacob, and Zilpah has Gad and Asher. You follow me? Mm-hmm. All right, so right now, he has 6 children by 3 different women. You follow me? Then he goes back to Leah, and he has Issachar, Zebulun, and Dinah. Dinah is the daughter. And then Rachel is really mad. She said, won't you help me have some children? He says, I'm not God. He said, the problem ain't with me. I got 9 children. So it's not me that's got the concern. You follow me? And then finally, God opens Rachel's womb. She has Joseph and Benjamin. This man had 13 children by 4 different women. Men, when we start having children by more than one woman, we're beginning to create an environment that could foster dysfunction. You follow me? Okay. It's in that environment. He's seen too much. You follow what I'm saying? Yeah. So there are some things that our children should have to see.
Amen.
Because when they see it, it becomes part of them. They have to process that. And the thing is, from a child's eyes, 13-year-old, 14, 15-year-old mindset, when they have to see the world, they don't process information the way you do.
Amen.
See, when you see it, you can handle it because you have some other experiences how to decipher and get rid of that stuff. When they see it, they don't know what to do with it, so it becomes part of them.
Mm-hmm.
Reuben laid with his father's wife, so God disqualified him. Follow me? But then if he didn't come through Reuben, then he should have come through Simeon or Levi, because they're the second boys in line.